Don't get confused with the terms. You need to understand them, the difference really thoroughly, because I took some time to understand and differentiate these terms. Well, I was talking about debt instrument. A share gets you ownership of the company and then part of the profit. Debt instrument, you only entitled for a percent of interest which is promised or agreed upon interest at the beginning of purchase, but you will not get part of the ownership or you are not entitled for a profit. That is the difference. Debt instruments of two types. They are bonds, they are debentures. Bond is nothing but a certificate kind of it. You are offering to the public at a fixed interest. After some point of time, it can be redeemed, or you can sell the bond in the stock exchange. Whoever is willing to buy at a rate, now you can sell it. So bond is just like a share. So second is debenture. Debenture is just like a bond, but unsecured. It is unsecured. A bond is a secured instrument. Debenture is an unsecured instrument. Risk is high, but in the debenture, interest is more. That is the difference. Debt instrument is not a share. Debt instruments are of two types. One is a bond, second is debenture. Bond is a secured financial instrument. Debenture is not a secured instrument. Bond, debenture both attract interest along with the principal. Both can be traded in the stock exchange. That means you can sell it in the stock exchange. If anybody wants to buy it now, they can do that. Difference between bond and security, bond and debenture is security. Bond will have a security, debenture will not have a security. That is it. Risk is high in debenture, interest is high in debenture. Secured bond is there, that's why risk is not there, but interest is low. Then shares. Shares are of two types. They are equity shares. Second category is preferential shares. Equity share is, it has a claim over the principal and interest. Preferential share, again, it is a share. It is at a fixed rate of interest, just like debentures. Here the share is a secured one. Here the share, equity share, that means no, I told you, a share now you are entitled for principal as well as profit. You become now, you are part of the owner community and all that. Preferential share, buyers of the preferential shares are only investors in the company, but they are not the part of the owner community. They don't get profit, but they get interest on the amount you have invested towards a preferential share. The method of issue of preferential share now is different. Yeah, correct. When you are entitled for a profit, shareholders are also entitled for loss of the company. Both. Your share value can go down, can also increase over a period of time. When you are accepting profit, you are also bound to the loss of the company also. But preferential shares, they are not governed by this principle. Since they are not getting a profit, their loss of the company is not a criteria for them. Right. Good question, Padma. Then security. Under securities, I told you share, security, equity, and then no derivatives. These are all there. No, I am dealing with that. Securities I dealt with the share. Second, I am going to the securities. I told you government securities, individual industrial securities. Government securities are secured. I also covered that. That's a gilded edged market. That means no lot of securities there. They are best in quality. In industrial market, again, you see a lot of now ups and downs will be there the industrial market, but here the security, it gets you risk is there, at the same time it gets you profit, it gets you interest. Mind one point, in securities, either government securities or industrial securities, both can be traded in primary market as well as secondary market. What is a primary market? What is a secondary market? We will learn in next, in continuity, you will be learning it. Next is new and old market. What is a primary market? What is a secondary market? I am coming to that point. Primary market is when a company is established for the first time, they are selling their shares, they are issuing their shares to the public, or they are offering their shares to the public to raise the capital for the company. Suppose they have 1 lakh shares. Out of the 1 lakh shares, they want some money immediately for their business operations. They decide, the company decides, out of the 1 lakh, 10,000 shares can be released to the public. That means they fix a value for each share, and then they release those number of shares to the public. It is the discretion of the public whether they want to invest in this company. Public will buy shares of the offered by the company. When you are offering your shares for the first time after starting your company, that is called new market or primary market. The first time issue is called IPO, initial public offering of the shares. IPO, whenever you see a term, no, this company has gone for IPO. IPO means nothing but initial public offering. That means they are raising capital for the first time. They want to buy the shares to the public for the first time. That is IPO, initial public offering of the shares. Whenever initial public offering is there, that is called primary market or new market. Then you offered IPO and then people bought it, many shares, everybody have bought many shares. After that, the people who purchased shares of this company, they would be selling these shares to other people. That is called old market. That is called old market or secondary market. Why primary? First time share is purchased by some fair is offered to public. That is the primary market, IPO. When people purchased shares from the IPO, they are selling to a second person, or second person to third person, or third person to fourth person. This is all called old market because the share has become old market. And just like IPO, this is called secondary market. That is again called, that is called secondary market. Both are operated and regulated by SEBI. SEBI is a governing body for this trading of shares, debentures, securities, all these things. Stock, this is Securities and Exchange Board of India is SEBI. This is just like RBI. For all this kind of trading activities, SEBI governs the trading activities, trading of shares, securities, debentures, derivatives, whatever it is. Every instrument that is there in the capital market. So primary market and secondary market, they are operated by SEBI, SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India. SEBI is established in 1988. Then statutory recognition has come in 1992. What is statutory? It has a strong governing law. It is abiding by principles of law. That is statutory. SEBI headquarters is Mumbai, and there are 3 regional offices, one in Delhi, Calcutta, and Chennai. Then public issue and other issues. What is a public issue? A bond, a share, a equity, or securities, any securities. If they are issued to the public, this is called public issue. Who will do that? Any industry can do that. Public issue is shares offered to the public for the first time is IPO, initial public offering. If money raised through initial public offering is not sufficient, you will be permitted to go to the public again. That is not the IPO, not initial, but subsequently you will go to the public to raise some more money. 1,000 rupees you wanted to get from money through IPO, you got 1,000, but subsequently you require another 100 or 200 or another 1,000. Then second type permission is given to go to the public again. This is called FPO, flow on public offering. Clear difference. IPO is the first time you are raising money from the public. First time you are going to the market for selling your shares. Flow on public offering is an additional capital if you want to raise, then you will go to the public again, just like you went for first time. This is called not IPO. This is called flow on public offering, FPO. IPO, FPO. That's the difference. What is the issue process? How this IPO or FPO have to be released to the public? What is the process? There are 2 ways. One is public issue. Second is book building issue. Public issue, book building issue. Public issue is straight away with a fixed price of the share, you are offering it to the public for buying. Fixed price. That is public issue. IPO goes with a public issue, that is fixed price is public issue. Book building issue is there is no fixed price. You will only release the shares and then now people start showing interest. I will be buying, now I want to buy these many shares. They decide at this rate I would be able to know. Many people would show interest in buying the shares of that company without knowing the price. That means no, you are building a book. Wherever from inquiry is coming, no, you are writing their names, and that way all people, the list of the people who want to invest in your company and want to buy your shares, that comes under that. That is called book building. Book building, share price is not determined. By seeing how many responses you are getting, you will decide whether your share is in demand or it's not in demand. When share is in demand, you will not adhere to a restricted price. You will increase the price. If share is not in demand, you will reduce the price. That is the book building issue. That means issue can be released either a public issue or a book building process. Both ways you can release the issue. I think this is very clear to you. In public issue, price is fixed. Book building issue, you want to see the demand. If demand is there, your price goes high. If demand is less, again, no, you will reduce the price of it. That is the book building issue. Both ways, you will release your IPO or FPO. In IPO and FPO, both times when you are releasing, the company will not directly goes to the public. There is no touching, no industry, no company will directly approach the public. In between buyer and the issuing industry or company, there is a merchant banker in between these two. This merchant banker is called financial intermediary. What is the role of this merchant banker? He facilitates selling of the shares to the public, collecting the money, and thus collected money will be given back to the company who has issued the shares. This is called a financial intermediary. Any merchant bank can be made as a financial intermediary. Every issue, IPO or FPO, there certainly would be a financial intermediary. Right? Namaste, sir.
Sir, namaste. Bhavanara, sir. Sir, you can proceed, sir.
అయిపోయింది సార్, నేను ఇక్కడ క్లోజ్ చేస్తున్నాను. 1 minute.
పర్లేదు, sir.
So, if financial intermediary takes the role collecting the money from the public, this is how an IPO or an FPO is operated. So, I'm concluding the lecture here. Anybody, take another 2-3 minutes. Anybody wants to talk now, please ask. I will continue my lecture tomorrow. I'm going in a very slow process because there are a lot of terms are there, and then no, there is difference between each term. So one needs to understand the difference very carefully. If any question is coming in a statement form, you should be able to identify what exactly it is speaking about. Any doubt, children? Whatever doubts are there, you write down your doubts, and tomorrow I will be able to clear, because tomorrow is the continuation of the lecture. Now I will be very happy to clear the doubts tomorrow also.
Thank you, sir.
all.
Thank you very much.
Sir, thank you, sir. Murali Krishna.
Thanks.
So once again, shall we meet